So today, we're digging into colossal biosciences. You've probably heard of them. They're the company that's famously planning to bring back the woolly mammoth. But what if I told you that the mammoth, well, it's just the tip of a massive, world-changing iceberg? Let's get into it. I mean, it all starts with this dream that feels like it's straight out of Hollywood, right? The public fascination is just huge. Heck, even Elon Musk is apparently on board. The whole idea of de-extinction, it just captures the imagination like almost nothing else. It's a really powerful story. And that, right there, is the big question for today. What if the mammoth is actually a spectacular Trojan horse? A flashy project hiding a technology platform so powerful it could totally redefine our future. It's time to peel back the layers. So let's meet Colossal. It was founded by CEO Ben Lamb. And get this, the company went from nothing to a staggering $10 billion valuation in just a few years. That alone tells you this isn't some side passion project. This is something of incredible scale, and it's way, way bigger than just one very hairy elephant.
Okay, so what is the real mission here? It's all about building an AI-powered engine for biology. The Mammoth, that's what they call the Moonshot Project. It's the grand challenge that forces them to build and perfect this revolutionary platform in the first place.
At the heart of all this is a field called synthetic biology. And that sounds complicated, but it's basically engineering life. It's all about designing new biological solutions to solve really complex problems, using the very code of life itself.
And here is the secret sauce. Ben Lamb is super clear about this. Artificial intelligence is the key. You might be wondering, why AI? Well, think about it. A single genome has billions of data points. It's a complexity problem on a scale that only something like machine learning can actually solve. AI is the brain that lets them sort through all that genetic data and build what's never been built before.
Their whole process really just boils down to two steps. It's pretty straightforward. First, AI designs the solution. It figures out all the incredibly complex links between genes and what those genes actually do. Then, they take that design to the lab and they build it, turning that digital blueprint into a living biological product. Design, then build.
So once you have this powerful design and build engine, the Mammoth is suddenly just the beginning, isn't it? The real goal is to take this platform and apply it to solve some of humanity's most urgent and difficult problems. And this is how they're doing it, which is really smart. Colossal acts as this parent company, like an innovation hub, and it spins out new, focused companies. Each new company takes that core technology and aims it squarely at a massive global issue. Let's look at the first one, the microplastic crisis. We all know they're just everywhere. In our oceans, in our food, even inside our own bodies. It's one of those problems that feels completely impossible to solve. And this is where you really see the fundamental difference in their thinking. Most of the current solutions just break big plastics into smaller and often more dangerous microplastics. But Colossal's spin-out company engineered a whole team of microbes that can actually break the chemical bonds of the plastic itself. They literally eat it, getting rid of it for good. Okay, take a good look at this number, $5.4 trillion. What on earth could possibly cause that much damage every single year? Yep, invasive species. You know, from the screwworm that threatens cattle in Texas to possums that are just decimating local bird populations in New Zealand, it is a massive, incredibly destructive, and very, very expensive problem.
So their solution is, well, it's incredibly elegant. Instead of just blanketing areas with poisons, they use something called gene drives. They can release just a small number of modified animals into the wild, and when these animals breed, they pass on a gene that makes sure all their offspring are male. So over just a few generations, the population simply inhumanely disappears. And this is critical, they've built in a way to reverse the process if they ever needed to.
But this platform's applications go even further, right into human health. And this next one was actually personal for Ben Lamb. He and his wife went through the in vitro fertilization, or IVF process, and he said for something so important, he just found it to be completely archaic. So here's why it's archaic. Right now, embryos are often chosen based on how they look at one specific moment in time. It's just a single snapshot. But the tech Colossal developed to keep those super fragile mammoth embryos viable in the lab had this completely unexpected application. They created a new hydrogel that can also keep human embryos healthier for longer. And that allows doctors to get a much more accurate picture of which one is truly the healthiest. So where is all of this heading? When you step back and look at everything, from mammoths to microbes to medicine, we're really seeing the dawn of a whole new technological era. It really seems like the future
is biological. And that brings us to the next logical, if slightly mind-bending question. After you've perfected the ability to bring back a species, what if you could scale that process? What if you could literally productionize a species? And this is the moonshot within the moonshot, artificial wombs. The goal isn't just to bring back a few animals for a zoo. It's to overcome the massive genetic bottlenecks that are threatening entire species, like the northern white rhino, where there are only 2 females left on the entire planet. This technology could be what restores entire populations.
And this, really, is the ultimate vision. Ben Lamb believes this combination of AI and synthetic biology isn't just another cool invention. He thinks it might just be the single most transformative technology in all of human history.
So, while the woolly mammoth gets all the headlines, the real story here is that the code of life itself is becoming programmable. It's a platform, a toolkit for solving almost anything. And that really leaves us with just one question. If you had this power, what problem would you solve first?